Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. And today, so it is the following day from the previous video. You should check that one out right here. If you didn't, that'll catch you up to speed on what we've done a little bit on the side-by-side. But to give you the 5-second summary, starter went bad. It was just clicking. It wasn't actually going. Pulled the starter out. This basically tightened all the fittings, made sure it worked, put it back in. It's actually cranking now, but just listen to it. It does not sound great. Ooh, that's arcing. Whew. That arced. I'm gonna check on that real quick. So it was arcing on the grounding portion of the starter. So I retightened the bolt and just sent it, and it's running. Sounds like it's fine, so I'm just gonna leave it run, because what I'm gonna be doing today is I'm gonna be doing boundaries. And to do boundaries, I need this side-by-side. So I'm just gonna leave this thing run for the next 9 hours. Not even gonna worry about it, because it runs fine. It's just the starter we're having issues on. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing buttoned up, pull it outside, and then I'll explain to you exactly what we were doing today. This is a comfy seat. Oh gosh. Yes, I had to start over because this has to go on first before that. Oh well. Man, who loves stuffing equipment in sheds? Makes it really easy to get back into them. So I am still having issues with the Pro 700 that was off the sprayer. So in light of that, I am actually just going to go ahead and take the old one. That could have been very bad. Take the one that I used last year, which is this one right here, and try that. So to change these out, I gotta take the field view drive off. So I'm taking this field view drive off because I'll need that in my sprayer, and right now it's on the combine. So I don't need that. So switching out those monitors, seems like it's working because, well, I mean, it's the same one I used last year, so it should work. But now I'm gonna hook onto the flatbed, because I gotta take the new skid loader, the 450B, down to the South Farm so they can haul manure. Then I need to use it for moving the side-by-side around. Cool, we are ready to go. I got one tire that needs air, so I'm gonna swing over to the shop, fill that up. This thing needs gas, so I'm gonna swing over to the fuel barrel and fill this thing up with gas, and load up that skid loader and head south. Airing up, gassing. Loading. Now time for Grandma's dinner. And ooh, we gotta get that cleared up. Yuck. Woo, weather's not looking good for tomorrow, severe storms, but I'm gonna go try this out real quick, the side-by-side, before we take the skid loader down. Loader for bear. Let's take this unit down south. Also got that bale spear in the back. The boys in a bed while they're down there, so that's what Nathan and I hoofed that thing in there. See you down south. Here comes Pat. Well, I'll say this is the first guy I've seen in the field. It's a little Apache sprayer, but no idea what he's doing. He might just be trying it out and making sure everything works, but yeah, first thing I've seen in the field, besides manure hauling. Everyone's been hauling manure, including us. That's why I'm taking this thing down. That looks like a new sprayer, honestly. Dang. Made it. Let's go ahead and unload this unit. Let's head out and actually start doing what I wanted to do. 4 hours late, but better late than never, I suppose. There's that sprayer. I don't think it's brand new, but it's It looks nice. These things are beefy, but also means they're hard to get up. Alrighty, now we'll be able to get some stuff done. So this is what I wanted to do, like I said, 3 hours ago, but hey, it is what it is. Stuff happens. So what I am doing is I am mapping boundaries. And what that is going to do is that is going to save us both time and money. Specifically me, both of those things. But I'll explain more once we get going, but the high level premise is I'm using this side-by-side with a globe mounted on top of it right there. And that is basically going to draw lines around the field, around our field, that's going to shut off both the sprayer and the planter when we don't want to be applying anything. So, explain when we get there. On my way down there, and I just realized I almost missed my turn because this is usually just packed with trees. It's a tree alleyway, and whoever's the landowner here just completely cleared it out. I don't know if it's a good thing for visibility, that's for sure, but I don't know if it's a good thing for habitat or erosion or whatnot. I don't know. Not my ground to choose. Yeah, this was all trees. That look pretty? It's not necessarily that cold, but it's windy and I don't want to get wind burnt. And one thing that I forgot to shout out was this awesome new socket set that I just got. It's 1/2-inch drive, impact ready, both millimeters and standard metric and imperial. It's from Bever. Really reasonable prices out there, guys. You really need to check them out. Go, hey, follow the link down in the description to bever.com. They got all sorts of things that you need on the farm, mechanics, whatever you need. They got all sorts of things at very reasonable prices. Go and check them out. Let's go ahead and get this thing loose. Let's roll. Are you kidding me? Uh-oh. Well, this sucks. It is not wanting to go. Literally drive all the way here to have it shut off while it's running, for one. That's just not cool. Because I thought once it was running it wouldn't quit, but I was wrong. Back to the shop I go, I suppose. Just sucks I drove 20 minutes here, 20 minutes to get here. Cool. Well, that was a massive waste of time and energy just for the thing that should be reliable, which is a UTV on the farm, is not. Things went from bad to worse. Originally didn't think I was gonna have time to do all this. Now I for sure won't have time to do all this. What do? Get all the way up here for nothing. Oh well, and all I want to do is just that field, just that one. Here comes Curtis and the Magnum. Going down to Hominur. From bad to worse, just popped a tire. It's not my day, just gonna limp it home. Just one of those days, I suppose. Gah.
Might be dark down there, so.
Nathan's gonna take the quad down south to he's got to drop some feed off down there, so he's got to go down to feed manure anyway, or not feed manure but haul manure. So he's just gonna take the quad down, and I am gonna go ahead and start ripping this apart, tear it off and just start diagnosing it, and then probably pull out the combine and start blowing it off. Well, let's start ripping this apart. I just want to pose the question here. So I, more than a lot of people, understand the challenges of designing something in a very compact and robust package, being a design engineer myself. But who designs a starter where you got to rip apart half the cab to get at the starter, more or less the engine itself? I don't know. I just feel like there's a better way. I fixed the arcing issue. Our grounds were a little loose, but now it's, I don't know, now it's acting really weird. Watch, listen. I don't know, Don't know starters, I don't know engines very well. Might just have to rip it apart and see what it looks like. How in the world is a guy supposed to get a wrench in on this? Look at this. See how that starters, the bolt is angled at this housing right here. Oh, shoot. That's not cool. And there I just dropped my socket. It's impossible to get that starter out. Moral of the story. Yep, there's our issue. Splines are screwed. Yeah, there's our issue. Kind of see how the splines are ground down. That looks like our issue. Now the real thing is, can I get a camera in there to see how the receiving splines are, the ring gear? But this starter is junk. So I stuck my phone in there, and I hope I can throw that clip on there right now. But I stuck my phone in there, and the ring gear looks fine. So how the starter works, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, engine guys, but I believe the starter basically provides electric power, spins this really fast, which is essentially spins a ring gear that's essentially geared down to turn the actual engine itself. And that, in combination with fuel, gets the engine going. So when your splines on your starter right here are rounded off, you can kind of see right in the center of my nose where the round starts. Right when they're rounded off and that spins, but nothing happens on the engine, nothing turns, you're not gonna start. So, she junk. Well, now we're gonna do a good old equipment shuffle. I am gonna pull the 7088 combine out and blow it off, since I have time. And the side-by-side's dead in the water. Just pulling some equipment around because that thing's in the way. Or just about everything's in the way here. Oop. Well, this thing isn't starting, so I really can't hear it. The starter sometimes doesn't work the greatest on that thing, so we'll move stuff out of the way for now. Doesn't this thing just look like a hockey player that's lost a tooth and just looks tough? I think she does. Oh, she might need a battery charge. Yep, she did. Let's go get a charger on her. Got her. Let's plug her in. Well, let's give her a shot, see if she'll go with a little bit of boost. Should have known if she needed something. Oh well. Nope, she needs to sit for a bit. Cracked over a couple times, but we'll give her 15 minutes. Doing a little bit of sweeping, because we should be getting some seed corn in shortly. But so that's been about 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and try it again. Bobby dang, I didn't think it'd go while I was recording it. Plug it and curl it up. Let's get this guy out of here. Getting her out of here. Cool, let's start blowing. We'll let this thing run for a bit just to kind of boost up that battery power, but gonna see we haven't touched this thing at all, so. Oh yeah. Got all the shields off that I know of. Well, this one's gonna come off too. We'll take this one off and then we'll fire it up, run everything. And then start blowing. This is gnarly. And that belt is shot. Wow, I'm surprised that thing held on. There was a mouse. It was in here. I saw it and I blew him off. No idea where he went though. No clue. So you guys have really never done a dusty job until you've blown off a combine, especially with the wind in the wrong direction. So the wind was actually facing the camera right now. So in the direction I'm going right now, it's not too bad. But as soon as I got on the other side, like right here, I was eating dust so bad. So we really, like I mentioned before, we really like to do this at the end of harvest, but it's just, we didn't finish harvest until we were around Thanksgiving. And after that, literally the weather turned to crap. We started getting snow, it started getting real cold, so we just didn't have the opportunity. So like I said, we got one combine done, we couldn't get this one done, so I'm just getting it blown off. We'll get it rinsed off here in the next couple days and put it back in the shed. Cool. Alrighty, home stretch. So now I'm going to unfold it all and fire it up, let it run. Oh, here we go. Good enough. Now I never really explained what I'm really doing. So combines are giant, complex machines that run in dust 10, 12 hours a day for 2 months straight. So therefore they accumulate a lot of crap. Well, the crap, like dust, grain, whatever, is very attractive to mice, and mice like to chew anything wherever there's food. So you want to really blow off the combine, A, for longevity, B, so it's much easier to inspect it, you know, the next year, and C, my most important reason is for mice, to get mice out of there. As you saw, we even had one of them, run out while I was doing this. So yes, we should have done this right after harvest, but it is better late than never, for sure. So I'm just about done. Just gonna go ahead and put the shields all back on and sweep up my mess. You'll see how much crap was actually in here. It's quite a bit. I bet it'll be about a half a skid loader bucket. Got the puzzle piece of shields all put back together. I think I'm ready to close everything up, pull it back in the shed. Job well done 3 hours later, but she looks mighty spick now, that's for sure. All done. You'll see how much crap we had here in a second. Whew. Sheesh. Got her in there, no problem. Good enough. Good enough, old girl. She's done well for us. I think 3,000 something engine hours, 3,200. And hardly any separator hours, 2,100. Ay, criminy sakes, yay. Let's sweep this crap up. Ouch. Now we'll hop in the TV 450B. Nice unit. Whew. This is actually pretty decent. 8 hours on it though, 8.5. Nice. let's go help Pat clean out the bin. So we've loaded out of our first soybean bin starting yesterday, and it's already gonna be cleaned out. We did work on it. So let's go help Pat clean it out. It's a sweep, it's slow. It's gonna be fun. Dusty, miserable, yeah. Even with those giant tires, you kind of see how they're sinking into the lawn. The whole reason why we use the grain cart instead of the semi. Because imagine a fifth of that tread on the semi tires, you'd be sinking in 4 or 5 inches deep. Let's go get our broom on. Pat has to check how many pounds on the grain cart. Based on that pile, I'm gonna go 13,000 pounds. What's your guys' guess? Here's a hint, I'm way off. All right, here you go. 25,000. Oof, way off. Feeling. Just getting above the lows, so probably move here in a second. And yes, I broke my mask. Fun. Woo! I am sweaty. You want to plug back in?
No, just got the lid.
All done. Cleaning stuff up. Let's roll. Gonna take this thing down and fill the truck up. Try not to smash anything on the way out of here. Pretty easy to do with all that weight. We don't have to go very far, but we hate taking halfway loaded grain carts down the road. That's what it is. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Unloading. Oh. Got it full. That truck is plumb full, so now we're gonna squeeze some more in the other truck and call it good for beans for a little while. That truck reminds me of Harvest right there. That's a full load. Not bad for being rusty. Well, now we're gonna finish out the grain cart in this truck. This is by far my favorite truck to drive on the farm. No doubt, it's just got a lot of power. Super 10 transmission's not as fun to ship, but it's just so easy. It's a lazy man's transmission, how I like to say it. And it's just got such a comfy cab. I mean, for being a 24-year-old truck, it's pretty nice. Yeah, you got room. Getting her plump full. This load might be a little heavy. That's okay. We won't tell anybody, right? Enough, bud. Little sketchy. But we're making it work. And I'm gonna come behind Pat and flag him because he's got an 80-foot auger we're moving right now. Biggest reason why we're moving it right now is because there's gonna be a storm coming. Like, severe storm. Man, I wish you guys could see this. A little sketchy. Cool. Well, now I go follow him.
This morning before daylight.
And to top the day all off, I also ripped my pants in a place you never want to rip your pants. Like badly ripped it, like over a foot long ripped. And I just realized it. How do I do that? Oh well, but I just had a phenomenal dinner from Grandma, and Grandma's not doing so well health-wise, so I'm just cherishing all the time that I got with her, and that honestly, who knows, that could be the last time that I ever have hamburgers with her, so it's just always good to cherish that time. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This day just could not have gotten any worse with the side-by-side and the blowing the tire and ripping the pants, and oh well though. it is what it is. It's just a day on the farm. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, take it easy, stay safe. Pray for no damage tomorrow. Retroactively pay, because we're gonna get a nasty storm. And of course, guys, as always, ta-ta for now.